Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. All right, so we're picking up where we kind of left off last time. A lot has changed, and that's my fault. I didn't pick up the camera, but I'm gonna explain everything that's been going on. I'm going to walk through how to kind of do some of the things that I've been doing and show you what's going on. So once again, I need to order a new SD card, so this video is going to be extremely choppy due to the camera shutting off. All right, anyhow, here's the truck. I'm gonna try to pay attention as to what the camera is doing. But yeah, okay, so the last time I think we had met, the whole front end was pretty much torn apart and the rear was torn apart as well, I think. So all we did was replace the dust caps, touched up the rotors, did the calipers, so stripped the paint off the calipers and the rust, put new brakes on, new bearings, all around, and I'll show you the front here too. Did the same thing in the front. As you can see, there's the front. Like I said, yeah, pretty easy. Painted up the spindle piece. You can barely see it. This piece right here. So dropped the cab here back on the cab mounts. We got new cab mounts. Got that fixed. I need to spray paint there one more time. One thing I can suggest throughout doing all of this is get some of this, just exactly what it was that I was rolling on, but in a spray can form. So all that spray can form really is for touching up what you've kind of missed and or areas that you hit with like a wrench or a socket or something. So we put the bed on yesterday. It's not bolted in yet, so I'll show you. This is inversely. I think it's for all 01 to 05. I think that's maybe not 01 to 05. So this style truck, I'm pretty sure it's all the same. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below, but there's mounts like these. There's 1, 2, I think there's 3, 4 mounts. 4 mounts on each side. I have all the bolts up here. Alright, so here's the bolts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 4 on each side. So obviously if you're taking your bed off, get those bolts off. And if you're putting your bed on, put the bed on. Make sure it's even on both sides. Make sure that this is lined up with where your bolt's gonna go. The bed's kind of light, so you can pull it around, but obviously just be careful. You don't want to scratch the frame that you just painted. So if you're taking it off, you want to take out your filler neck first. It's these 2 torque screws, and I'm not exactly sure what these are called. Push pins, I have no idea. They're GM is what GM uses for pretty much everything. They're awful. They're everywhere, and they break super easy. But yeah, so it's these 2, this. Pull the filler neck out, and then it's the bed bolts, and you can lift off. So inversely here, we're putting it back on. So we put the bed back on with the forklift, and we set it down, got it, the wiring and stuff put on before, and yeah, so that's where we are right now. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, if you're taking it off, take off your tailgate. My tailgate's sitting over there. But so what we're gonna do now is make sure we're gonna feed in the bolts to make sure we don't strip or cross thread any of the bolts here while we put them back in, and mount the lift pump again, because my lift pump was mounted on the first bed bolt, which I'm gonna try to zoom in. All right, so there's this first mount, and then there's that mount back there. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's where mine's mounted, so I'm going to remount that and then get ready to put this thing on the ground, put all the bolts back in. Like I said, be sure to be careful to not cross thread these, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna just apologize in advance. This video is gonna kind of be slow-ish, a lot of information, because I didn't think that kind of wrenching and or putting any of this stuff back together is something that anybody really wanted to see. It's self-explanatory, and it's all 4 sides, so you would do it 4 times in one video pretty much. Something that I really didn't want to do, considering that it gets very tedious and repetitive. So this video is just gonna kind of be an update on what's going on, hopefully putting the truck on the ground today. I'm going to put everything back on. I have plans of doing stuff with paint for my grill, my front bumper, my rear bumper. I have some new stuff coming in, but I'd like to get it all together here, hopefully in this video, so it'll be either today in real time or tomorrow, to try to put this together. Alright guys, just a point of reference here. That right there is one of the bed bolts that I just drove in. And what I was saying about cross-threading is, if you guys are unfamiliar, I always drive my stuff in initially with you know, some kind of wrench of some sort. And there's another one right there. Just so you can feel it before you go and fuck something up, because once you fuck up something like this, it's going to be difficult to replace. So I have all these bed bolts on. I have one more right there on this side, and then I'm gonna drive them in. All right, good morning guys. So this is the next day. Actually, we're going to be putting in this front bumper here. So literally all I've done this morning is just put the front bumper on. It's not bolted in. For those of you who don't know, it just sits on these hangers right there, and yeah, there's another hanger down there. So it just sits on those 2 hangers, bolt them in, and then there is your one bolt right here, which I need to fix obviously because it sits a little bit to the left right there. But excuse the poor lighting. The camera's bad in low light, which brings me to another subject. I'm going to be picking up a new camera relatively soon. I gotta buy the new one, then sell this one, rather than having downtime between selling this one and buying the new one, if that makes sense. So gonna get that new one ordered here, and yeah, things are starting to come together. My end-all opportunity, or goal I guess today, because I do this before work, because it's like 6:30 in the morning right now. I'm gonna try to get this back on the ground today. That's the goal. Because I mean, realistically, all I need is front bumper, which is on, just needs bolted in. Needs the supports tied in. Grill, which is right there. Fender liners, rear bumper, wheels, obviously. Throw the traction bars back on. Well, I guess just the front mounts back on. Like I said, rear bumper, tail lights. I might not do the tail lights yet today, but we'll see where the day ends off, because after I'm done with today is when I'm gonna put out this video, and then I'll have the next video. But I'm trying to take it up to Martin Diesel. It will be this Friday. I don't know when I'm gonna throw this video up, but this is gonna be a longer video. I know I'm talking a lot, but with this stuff, I try to at least explain as to what the hell I'm doing, and give you some insight if it's your first time, if you ever wanted to dive into some project like this. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I'm gonna have some like quick time lapses, and yeah. Alright, so now that I got those correctly lined up, as you can see when I mounted them the first time, I was a bit ways off. So, I guess pro tip, so to say. You can wait to mount those. I'd wait to mount them until you got those, the bolts in up top, but I did these first. So, you can see there's a shit ton of rust on the inside of this bumper. Also, we cut this and the clear coat clearly came off. So I'm going to have to take a sander to it, get it cleaned up, put another coat of clear coat on, maybe a couple more coats than one. But all I'm going to do is paint this. I'm not going to show it because I really don't want to get any paint on this length. These are the days I wish I had a GoPro, or at least a GoPro that I use for filming. There's 1, 2, and then 2 more on the other side. So I'm going to drive those in real quick. Alright, so the next step is to put the grill on, which is what I'm going to do right now. And then after the grill, I was thinking there's no sense in doing anything more up front. So I did paint over that real quickly again. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on the rear bumper. Oh no, I got a flashing red battery on my camera, but all I did right there was undo this clip right here, I guess this pin bolt locking mechanism right here on the top of the light. There's a clip right here to start it off. There's clips I just pushed right there. Once again, did this one, popped this in, clip, threw that back in, clip. And I believe that's all of them. Yep. So front grille is in, front bumper is in. Then you have your plastic guard, which is right there. I'll throw that in next. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. It's kind of short. I really did want to get more in today, but I'm assuming this is all I'm gonna get more out of this camera, because I'll start shooting for this next video, and if the camera dies, so be it. But as always, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. It helps me out a lot if you give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed, drop a comment down below. Share your thoughts. Be sure to share this with your friends. Subscribe for more content, and me and the Green Bean will be back in the next video sooner than you know it. All right, take care, guys, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.